Oh, hey. Siege with another mod. I sure hope it isn't dog water.
Hi, I'm Yi. I'm just your average high schooler trying to find my way around this new chapter of my life. Watashi was almost late for my first day of class, bumping into Angelina senpai. Yeah. But I somehow made it in time. My best friend is Amiya. We're tomodachis.
Alright, everyone's been asking me what I think of Siege's second mod, and here it is. We're gonna be looking at this from a Vanguard Knight's perspective, because if you try using Siege anywhere else, the answer will be L plus ratio flag pipe. The trait upgrade of her module reduces her deployment cost by 4, which you already know basically means nothing for her. The talent upgrades, however, seem promising. Instead of giving Siege 1 SP per enemy kill in the forges and tiles, it ups it to 3 at mod 3 and gives another random Vanguard on the map 1 SP. Now, which skill does this mod pair better with? You might think your massive brain and say S3. S3 has a 30 SP cost and 3 SP per kill, which means she only needs to bludgeon 10 enemies. That shouldn't be too hard, right? With her massive attack scale, she should be getting fed SP left and right, and this will turn this skill into an infinite uptime one, and Siege will cure cancer, save the children in Africa, solve world hunger, and come back home in time for dinner and not leave me alone with my crippling loneliness. One small caveat. 25-second duration skill. 2.1 second attack interval. 12 hits. Every attack from Siege needs to basically kill an enemy. You only use this skill on elite enemies anyways, so whatever. Okay, so that idea is out. What about her second skill, the one that lets her do a flip, dealing nuclear damage to all the enemies in the 4 adjacent tiles and granting a who cares amount of DP? Yeah, I can see this going well. She only needs to kill 3 enemies to cycle for another flip. Since 3 enemies dead means 9 SP for Siege, and 9 is so close to 10 it doesn't really matter. Siege will infinite loop slam everything to death so much that she'll create infinite free energy, and war and conflict will cease to exist, and I'll stop getting bullied at school for bringing an Amiya Fumo to show and tell. Cool, let's watch some showcase videos since I don't have the mod on CN and spent 10 minutes trying to refresh because people refuse to put this mod on. Oh, wow, she's doing a lot of flip- oh, it's that one chapter 11 stage. Oh wow, she's doing a lot of flip- oh, it's that one Gavial stage. Okay, here we go. H54 is a really good showcase stage because the enemies don't die in 2 hits and come in pretty large amounts of waves. We can see how well Siege handles general wave clearing in the stage, and you know, it's not too bad. Am I absolutely cooming over myself like everyone expected me to be? No. Remember, I'm looking at this from a Vanguard Knight's perspective, so I'm not going to stop you if you're trying to justify using Siege and general content with she flips a lot. You know, go ahead, we need more Siege usage anyways. Chasing records, however, is an entirely different story. Siege's second skill isn't used in records simply because it's made for handling basic enemy waves, which isn't a problem with... The only time you'll see it is when she's doing something lame, like being a second generic lane holder for a stage no one really cares about. If you're one of JP's greatest players though, you might use Siege S2 as hella droppable AoE damage, so the mod can help her potentially get another charge for another big slam of damage, but this situation comes up very rarely because of the opportunity cost on S3. Okay, but what if you feed more SP to Siege with Saga so she gets 5 SP per kill instead of 3? That'd be awesome, except one problem. I lied to you in the Siege video, and I'm sorry. Siege actually has SP lockout on all her skills, but out of the entire game, only her first talent is able to bypass her own SP lockout, meaning she can't get skill points from Saga. You might wonder why I haven't mentioned the other part of the mod that gives 1 SP to another Vanguard when an enemy is killed near Siege, and that's because it's not that important. Straight up. The SP battery is RNG in the first place and also depends on what Vanguards you have sitting on the map. There's too many conditions for me to say anything conclusive about the SP charity. The main issue I have with this mod is that you have to feed Siege enemies, which isn't necessarily hard, but then Siege still has to put in work in order to convert those enemies into something, and she doesn't really have that power. Is this mod bad? Well, HG definitely tried doing something here, so I can't really blame them for not putting in effort. It's an alright one, and I'm sure it'll have some quirky use sometime later down the line, but for now, we'll just have to be content with our best Vanguard in the game.
Oh my Kami-sama, is that Siege-chan? The most popular girl in the school? I can't believe we're in the same class together. Siege-chan is the president of the Glasgow Student Council, and she gets the highest exam scores out of everyone in the grade. I know, right, Amiya? She's so sugoi. It's fine though. My heart is still set on Angelina senpai.
Shining's second module increases her healing power on targets below half HP. The talent upgrades increase her attack if she's using S2 and increases her SP gen if she's using S3. The attack increase from S2 is nice, but literally just use Lumen. The increased SP gen on S3 is nice again, but the skill itself doesn't scale hard enough to mean anything. Your ops might be fine in general content, but in CC they're gonna get L ratioed, fell off, rebozoed all simultaneously. Shining isn't really used anywhere in the first place, so even though this module tried fixing her, it didn't do very well at it. Anyways, that's it for me. See ya. Wait a second, are those skill-specific buffs from a mod? Wait, what the f is this? Wait, why the hell did HD decided now was a good idea for buffs based on skills for mods instead of, I don't know, when they were first released? What the hell is this lunacy? If you're trying to figure out a precedent for mods, you might see something along the lines of, oh, well the talent upgrades are upgrades to the operator's talents, meaning operators with good talents will get better buffs than operators with bad talents, like Angelina. And, you know, I can kinda see that. In reality, most talent upgrades are just number changes, so if Angelina got, let's say, an extra 30 or 40 passive healing per second on her talent, I wouldn't be so pissed as to only seeing a measly 10 for her fully upgraded module. Still, in general, unless you give the best girl a gorillion global heal per second passive, the talent's not that impactful since her HPS isn't big enough to be the difference between winning and losing in most situations. Fine. Even in a module like Whistlash's where deploying her grants a physical shield to all operators with 3 or more block, the shield part came out of nowhere? I don't see anything in her kit relating to the shield, but the slapped on barrier with the mod is tied with the theme of her overall kit of buffing ops with 3+ blocks, so I guess that gets a pass. You also have Gladia's egregious situation where HG literally just crossed out the word Seaborn and made it one of the most broken mods. Fine, I get it. These talent upgrades have something very tangentially related to the talent in her kit, but now with Shining's mod, HG is saying that they can kind of just buff ops on a level this precise to affect skills specifically. So now the main question is, why didn't they do this earlier? This would have been way better than going with that Ceylon character. We really need a mod to buff her talent that increases her attack if there's water tiles on the map. Yeah, increasing her attack more if there's water tiles will make a massive difference in Ceylon usage. You know, maybe I'm too small brain about this and I don't see the bigger picture. After all, HG is no longer some small indie company. Surely they have something in mind when making these changes. I mean, I think it's pretty good so far. We could probably introduce more girls next scene. How about Shining? Maybe she can... Oh. Hi, Shining.